Eastern wisdom is all about breaking the suffering spiral. Imagine you are walking through a beautiful garden and suddenly a small, harmless vine starts to wrap around your ankle. At first, it's barely noticeable, but if you ignore it, slowly, almost imperceptibly tightens, pulling you down until you are entangled and can barely move. That is our suffering spiral, a subtle, often unnoticed process that can lead us from a simple perception to deep delusion in suffering. The core of the Eastern wisdom that our mind is not a passive observer of the reality, it is an active creator of our experiences. We often believe our suffering comes from the external circumstances, but true, lasting changes begins within. This isn't about ignoring challenges, it is about transforming your relationship with them. This journey empowers you to reclaim your intellect, unfreeze your potential, and move from a life driven by anxiety to one rooted in clarity, peace, and the joy. The subtle shift from the simple perception to a perception colored by the likes and dislikes. How this leads to projection and mental looping? Think of it, turning neutral observation into a poisonous object. The paralysis of the intellect and the pursuit of the false pleasure results into anxiety, delusion, and chronic suffering. What you gain by the Eastern wisdom is self awareness, ability to recognize the early signs of a spiral, tools to interrupt negative pattern, a path towards releasing attachments and anxiety, and ultimately it leads to freedom. So, how do you experience freedom? You experience the freedom in mindfulness and meditation. That is the real journey.